We're here at Weehawken High School.
The year is 2038, the age of innovation and sports technology.
Now, with new technology, we can go back to the year 2024 where we can interview celebrities and students.
Now that we're here, our staff is going to split into two groups to cover more ground.
We're going to do the world-renowned mathematician Hugo Holland.
Sounds good.
Ian and I will interview the incredibly talented volleyball player, Mr. Adam Unich. We're going to be interviewing famous basketball player,
Mr. Jaden Ayala.
And since we're left, the cameraman and I will go talk to famous softball player Envy Durant.
We are from the year 2038, and you are one of the most iconic basketball players in America.
So, we've traveled back in time to interview you in your high school days before you became famous.
So let's get right into it. Please introduce yourself, how old you are, and where you are from.
I'm Jaden Ayala. I'm 18 years old, and I'm from the unknown.
How and when did you start playing basketball?
When I was very young, I was a little fat, chubby kid, kind of built like Jonas. I went through many trials and tribulations, but through the man above, I am where I am today.
I like that. Who inspires you the most?
You know who inspired me the most? Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the GOAT.
One last question. What are you looking forward to in your senior year?
If you don't like that Wi-Fi symbol when the circle's around, only time will tell.
I like that answer. Thank you.
We asked Mr. Ayala's teacher, Mr. Montanelli, about his presence in class. What is Mr. Ayala like as a student?
Since day one, when Jaden got here in 7th grade, he was always willing to put the work in to be an exceptional individual. I even remember during the student-faculty basketball game, Jaden Ayala actually hit Ms. Roeder with a crossover. Ms. Roeder's ankles are still at half court.
It's one thing that makes him stand out.
He's a natural-born leader. People follow him. If you see Ariel, he's always following Jaden around. That's just because of Jaden's leadership ability.
And now, he's going to give us a tour of his gym class.
Man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT, Mr. Monty. For everything, he's been here for me, man. Shout out to Mr. Monty. It's kind of job, but I make the most of it. I already got 1K on there. It wasn't posted yet, See that tall white kid? That's my son right there. I made that kid. See that logo right there? But I just played ball. We right here. Look at this, y'all. Oh, close enough, been good. Turn around. It's my guy right here. It's my guy.
What is this?
Just don't worry about it. Don't do that. Anyway, that's what y'all.
His peers had a few things to say as well. In the year 2038, Jaden Ayala is a basketball icon. Do you find this believable?
Yeah, I find it very believable. He was always, dunking on people in gym class.
Well, me and Jaden, we put in that work together ever since elementary. With Mr. Rob Ferrullo, we've been putting that work together.
Yeah, I always knew since freshman year when he first dunked. I knew that he was going to be great. I did believe it when he told me.
How long have you been his friend and how did you meet?
I knew him since very, very young kids. We met in Daniel Webster School, yeah.
I've been his friend since pre-K. We met in pre-K. In the bathroom, actually. He dared me to throw water all over the floor, and then I got in trouble, and then that's how we met.
That's pretty tough, guys.
I've known him for probably 13 years. I met him in 2nd grade when he broke that table with Noah Dominguez. Rest in peace.
What's it like having class with him?
He asked me for answers sometimes. Sometimes I'd be helping him with schoolwork. He'd be putting the work in, though. He'd be my kid for real.
It's chill. I don't really have any classes with him besides gym. We go at it. We play ball with him. I kill him every time.
Pretty good. It's Jaden. That's it.
Any other notes for Jaden?
He's so kind to everybody. He's such a nice guy. Such a good person. He's very smart. He's good with the ladies. And the men, too. You never know. He's just overall an amazing person. One of my best friends that I've known for a long time. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, like glazed donuts, you know what I'm saying?
He's a great player. He's going to be great, just like me.
Put in all the work to where he wants to be today.
Thank you.
Our group is from the year 2038, and you are known as one of the best softball players in the world. So we've traveled back in time to interview you when you were in high school. Let's get right into it. Please introduce yourself, how old you are, and where you're from.
I'm Envy Durant. I'm 17 years old, and I'm from New Jersey area over here.
How and when did you start playing softball?
I first started playing baseball at 4, and then when I turned 8, I started going into softball because my whole family basically has been very much sports people.
Your last high school softball season is coming up. What are you looking forward to the most?
To have fun, obviously. Hopefully win another Hudson County title and state sectionals. Maybe the states, but we'll see. And no drama.
What's one thing that makes her stand out?
Besides the fact that she could hit a ball a mile, she does get involved. It was fun to have her around.
Thank you, Mr. Albury.
This is sports marketing. Come inside. That's my teacher, Neg. One of the best teachers in the school. You know, he doesn't do much, which is good. This is where I sit. I sit next to that one. Crippled over there. I sit next to this little duckling. We love her. The Spanish people. Annoying. He's always eating. That's Framer. He's annoying too. Psych. This is Caney.
Hello, I'm here with
Sebastian Barrera.
Brick.
Chad Guerin.
I am from the future in 15 years. Envy Duran will become one of the most skilled softball players on the planet. Can you believe it?
She will be like the best of the best.
Kind of expected.
She's pretty good at softball.
How long have you been her friend and how did you meet?
We met in rec softball like 10 years ago.
I've been friends with her for almost 4 years. We met in a physics class.
What is she like as a friend and as a classmate?
I don't know. I think because I used to make her laugh and that's it.
You make her laugh and that's it.
She's very kind, like never really moody. She could put a smile to your face pretty easily.
She's a good friend. She's my best friend. And yeah, she's a good classmate.
She's a bad classmate. I do all her work. The only reason why she's a senior is because of me. She's a pretty good friend.
Wow, shots fired. Is there anything else you'd like to say about Envy?
D1 to D1. Good luck with your athletic career. I hope to see you shine there.
That's all. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, Derek. Now, we are from the year 2038, and you are about to see a world-renowned writer and mathematician, Hugo Holland. Of course, he doesn't know that. So, Hugo, how do you feel about your current position in life?
I'm pretty happy with most things. Just like learning about the things I'm currently learning about.
Where did you see yourself in 20 years? Did you expect to be a famous mathematician and world-class writer?
Well, I'd like to study both math and write. I'm not sure if I'll be famous or not, but I'll keep studying them.
What made you so interested in mathematics, for one thing?
Just like a lot of the problems. High school math is often not very interesting, but later on there are a lot of patterns you can see, and I find a similar interest in literature.
Is there other things that you're interested in?
I also like music. I'll be conducting for the production of Legally Blonde in March, so I'm very excited for that. I hope my classmates will all come out and see Legally Blonde because it will be a great show.
Right now, we're going to ask Mr. Holland's teacher, Mr. Novus. What was Mr. Holland like in the classroom?
Never getting your work on time, but when it came in, it was brilliant work that stood out amongst the rest. Therein lies the complexity of Hugo Holland.
What's one thing that made him stand out?
That he was always around. He never left the classroom. A testament both to his love of learning as well as the fact that he had nowhere else to go due to him completing all his credit requirements so early.
Right now, Mr. Holland is going to show us around his classroom.
This is AP Literature, 6th period. These are the great classmates in it. Mr. Novus is right off in that corner, I believe hiding from this. We have all of his books that he supposedly reads. Yeah, it's a very good class. I'm happy to show it to you.
In the future, Hugo Holland will become a world-class mathematician.
Hugo is amazing now. He's so smart. He's already famous in our hearts.
I believe it. Hugo's great. We love Hugo.
Yeah, we're big fans.
If there was anyone from the school who would be, it would be Hugo.
He's always been a genius, so I'm not surprised.
So tell me, how did you guys meet?
The 2nd grade, I think, is when I first met Hugo Holland.
I was in 5th grade. It was like winter, and he was wearing shorts, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna be my friend.
When we were in the same kindergarten class, and then since then we've just been in the same classes, so we've known each other for a long time.
I've been friends with Hugo since 2nd grade, back when he had his huge hair too.
What do you think of him as a classmate?
Oh, yeah, that Hugo. I mean, he would bring fruit into French all the time.
He's always been a great help with the math classes and the science classes, so.
My name is Kylar Williams, signing off.
We are from the year 2038. You are known as an incredibly skilled volleyball player.
So we have traveled back in time to interview you in your high school days before you become famous.
Please introduce yourself, how old you are, and where you're from.
My name's Adam. I'm
17 and I'm from Poland.
Why and when did you start playing volleyball?
5th grade, the gym teachers picked me up, wanted me to try it out. I fell in love with the sport and decided to pursue it.
You've recently committed to NJIT for Division I volleyball. What's one thing you like about NJIT?
The atmosphere. I had with the team on my visit. We just got along and had a really great time.
One last question. What is one thing you want to do before you get old?
Win an Olympic medal.
Mr. Yurnik's teacher, Mr. Sadek, has a few things to say about his students. What is Mr. Yurnik like in the classroom setting?
Always paying attention and participating in class.
What is one thing that makes him stand out?
He's not afraid to ask for help if he is having trouble understanding.
All right, thank you.
Right now, Adam's about to take us on his room tour.
This is AP Ken. This is Mr. Sadek, teacher. He's also the volleyball head coach. Yeah, we study a lot. At the end of the month, we usually do like one lab. Since I'm the favorite, I sit right here next to Mr. Sadek. This is my seat. Yeah, it's AP chemistry.
14 years from now, Adam, you will become one of the most qualified volleyball players worldwide.
Well, yeah, because he practiced with us for volleyball, so it was pretty obvious.
It is definitely possible for him because I know his work ethic. He'll definitely be able to go pro.
How long have you been his friend and how did you meet?
For like 3 years in physics class we met.
3 to 4 years now. We met in honors physics class. We just started getting closer, hanging out, playing sports together.
What is it like as a friend and a classmate?
He's a good friend and a good classmate, especially when he helps me with math.
He could be a little annoying sometimes, but I still love him at the end of the day. He's definitely pretty helpful. He's pretty smart up there. Not all the time, but sometimes. He's definitely a good classmate.
Anything else you want the audience to know?
Warren Sixpack 2025.
Thank you for your time.
There are many other recognizable names in Weehawken High, but it's about time we go back to the future.
The capsule is now closed.